All right, it's like covered in frost this morning. It's super cold. I've got to do it. We're gonna do a cold start. Yeah. What is the temperature of the day? What do we get here? 32 degrees, ice warning. Ice, not great. It's on the window shields. Starting the cold diesel. Yeah. Burr, you guys, it's so super cold today. It was 32 degrees when I went to start the truck, and we actually had to do a cold start because I've never seen ice on my windshield here in South Florida. Hello everybody, good day to you guys. So before I head over to the new shop to finish up that axle rebuild, I'd like to let you guys know that I survived the flu for some reason. It was a 24-hour gig. I was coming down with it yesterday. I went home early, got some sleep. I took a nap, drank some water, woke up. Lauren made me some spaghetti. I took another nap after that, and then today I'm all right. So I'm a little kind of sinusy a little bit, but I think I'm gonna be okay. So as you guys can see, we're here at my old shop. What we're doing, I think, is I'm rendezvousing with Anthony, that's Bearded Ford Tech, and Harry. His channel is Powerstroke Maintenance. I'll leave a link to those fellas' channels down in this video's description. But they're coming over here today to do some work on Harry's F250, and they're going to be using my 4-post rack right here. I'm here to clean up a few things, grab some inventory to migrate over to the other store, get the floors swept out of here. Dave's here with me right now today. He's buttoning up this Subaru there. Oh, let me show you guys something cool. Check this out. I have a race car. It's not my race car, but there is a race car here in the shop. This is my buddy Nick's race car. It's not actually like his, but he's part of the team that runs the car. So this car is gonna hang out right here for right now because I think it needs some services. Tow hook. It's not a good sign, Toyota. Dave, I think this is a BRZ, which means it has a Subaru engine, right? Which means technically, if we need to get that bolt there for that camshaft, we could probably steal it off that Toyota, and then when the other one shows up, we'll just put it back. What do you think? I think it's a good idea. He's like, I don't want to do that on camera. Just kidding. Nick would kill me, like literally kill me, if I started stealing parts off of the race car. That's not gonna happen. Since we're talking about race cars, and while we're waiting for our guests to arrive, let me show you guys my race car. Yeah, there it is. Seriously, not kidding. It's a 2007 Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. It suffered a collision with an immovable object, and it tore the front end off it. Definitely a police cruiser right there. Still has the siren on it. Technically, this thing is it's totaled. We put it on the alignment rack after the collision and found that the front caster was at like 9 degrees. So when this thing spun out and this frame rail caught the barrier of the Skyway, it pulled the frame in, which yanked the front suspension kind of forward, which set off our caster angle. So we can't drive it. I'm gonna have to strip this down and try to bend the frame. Then we're gonna smash out all the windows, tear all the seats out of it, weld the doors shut, rip the AC out, get rid of the carpet, the headliner, the door panels, the windshield washers, the wipers, the lights, everything. We got to strip it down, the exhaust, and then we're going to build a race car out of it. So I'm going to go drive it at the Freedom Factory one day. I have hopes and dreams because I've always wanted a race car, and now I got one. Hey, they're here. What's up, buddy? Come on in, man. Happy trails. Glad you made it. That's a nice ride you got there, brother.
I know. It's treating me well. 242,000.
242,000. Did you buy it new?
No.
Nope.
Had 49 on it.
Oh, that's close enough to new. All right, let's get started. All right, folks, so here's what we're doing. So the other fellas, they're gonna work on this truck over here today. I gotta go over to the other store, but we're gonna give you guys a quick rundown with Harry and with Anthony, Bearded Ford Tech and Powerstroke Maintenance. Again, their links are down in this video's description, but we wanna check out what we're doing here because I'm looking at one like Boss Haas of a steering system, but it seems to have some issues. Harry, can you tell us more about the issues that we're having here?
Yes, I can. So overall, like this system has been great. It's been on here about 100,000 miles, but there's just like a few design things that really rub me the wrong way. What kind of Yeah. But really, what really got me going is finally this joint on the side failed and is very mushy and sloppy. So kit needs replaced, but why I'm not replacing it with this kit is they have these things called Ninja washers. And yes, they're called Ninjas. And basically because these jam nuts often will come loose, their solution was to get these metal washers that look like a star, but then you bend the tabs over on either side of the connecting patch there to keep it from spinning.
Gotcha.
And those make it terrible to take apart and put back together because they are single use and the tabs break.
So
ask me how I know.
Yeah, so an alignment requires disassembly to change out that little Ninja and then reassemble it, and then you can make adjustments, and then hopefully you get them right, because if they're not right, then you've got to do it again.
Exactly.
So that's an expensive alignment. I mean, ooh, ouch, no.
And this kit is also about $1,250 for the tie rod ends, and the drag.
What kind of kit is that?
Apex chassis.
Apex. I mean, it's a robust looking kit.
It is.
I looking at it, it looks like some over, and this is a lot coming from me, but this looks like overkill for a street vehicle. Yes. I almost think this is more rock crawler type of stuff, or off-road action.
I certainly think my application for this is probably, I probably was overkill, and I shouldn't have got it for my specific application. Like if you had a Jeep that lived off-road 100% of the time, this would be perfect. But you know, I do take my truck off-road, so I was like, hey, if this is the most bomber steering kit there is, like, I want it.
Yeah,
This is America.
That's right, buddy. That's right. So what are you guys replacing this thing with here today?
We are going to put on the XRF.
Is that it?
Yes, steering chassis kit, which is an OEM style.
Oh, goody. Well, that looks pretty decent. Yeah, that does look OEM style. It's a little bit simpler to install and adjust, and it's probably better and more conducive for your application.
Yes, it should be, and I do have it on good authority that it is fairly durable. My brother has a Econoline E350 with 35s, and he romps that thing pretty hard off-road, and he has about 100K, I want to say, on the drag link for this kit, and it's been perfect. And he is also a mechanic, so I'd like to think I trust him.
Very good. All right. Well, now I know. I didn't know before. Now I know today. All right. I'm going to let these fellas do what they got to do. I've got another Ford at the other shop. Words that I neglected it yesterday. Like I said, I was getting kind of sick, and I quit halfway through. So I'm going to go play catch up on this glorious cold Friday. And we will continue when we get over to the other building. See you guys in a minute. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. Oh, you guys should be pleased to know that I finally installed a new battery in the key fob of the van, so the van will now start. I had made some... Start, you piece of van. There we go. Yeah, I had made some videos of how to start your Honda when your key fob battery is dead, and everybody kept asking or telling me just put a battery in it, Ray. Well, I got around to it. So we've experienced our first loss regarding my growth strategy. What had happened is since we had moved the store, it unverified my Google account, and Ray's Auto Clinic on 26th Avenue in Bradenton had like 580 5-star reviews suspended, and they did not transfer over to the new store. I told Lauren about it yesterday, and she was like, I think I'm going to be sick. Like, she was so nervous about it. And I said, honey, calm down. We got to get re-verified. The new store is already getting reviews over here at 19th Avenue, the 808 19th Avenue. So I said, calm down, hun. It's going to be good. All we've got to do is just go through the verification process again, which this time is even harder because they're making me do like a walk around video where I have to show like my key and access to the building and inventory, and they want a sign. They want me to have a sign on display. I don't have my sign yet. Yes, Chuck, by the way, thank you. I do have your sign, and I'm gonna install it. But I haven't gotten to it yet. It's not the sign making video time, so I don't want to cheapen your gift to the shop by jamming it in when I'm not prepared to do it. So please bear with me, Chuck. Much appreciated for your patience on that, and that was directly to my favorite moderator in the whole wide world. This video is all over the place today. We're doing Powerstroke, like interviews on front end parts. We're driving around town, making apologies, putting up signs. Like, this is a fantastic kind of day. I'm just glad that that nasal flu thing I had going on is subsiding. I was loathing the idea of actually getting sick because this right now is just not the right time. And poor Chris at work, my new guy, he had it too, and the man has just been powering through it. He was putting an engine in a Jeep, and it caught onto him. I think day before yesterday, he started feeling low, and he's been coming in anyway, kind of the same way I have been. But I really appreciate the dedication to the commitment to finish the Jeep. It's so nice to have people that show up to work. All right, pulling in. Let's see what we have to do today. Oh yeah, the boys are cold in there. Doors are shut. I'm just gonna park this right over here. I have to get the heater. Lauren is cold, and we need the space heater. It appears that my AC unit in the building here is not a heat pump, so we don't have a heater. Not that we really need one, but hey, Dave's here too, but we don't have one. So next best thing, I can't put the torpedo heater in the office, you know, the diesel one. Hey, it's running.
Good morning, sir.
What's up, brother? The Jeep's running. Congratulations, woo. By Friday, how you feeling, boss?
I'm 100 times better today.
Good. Yeah, me too. I'm recovering.
Yeah, I got some good sleep. Had some good chicken noodle soup last night.
Good. Glad you're coming back to life, man.
Yes,
that was a rough 48 hours, dude.
Oh man, no doubt.
Cool. Oh, this sounds good.
No ticky.
I like no ticky-tickies.
No leaky.
That's even better. We're good. How long's it been running?
About 30 minutes.
Hey, what's all this oil running out back here?
Oh no!
No, I'm just kidding. No, there's something back there though.
What do we got?
That looks like coolant.
Yeah, it doesn't even look.
Where'd that come from?
Take it up in the air.
Yeah, let's figure it out. That's scary looking. We will
Might
find
be
you.
residual.
It could be.
We'll find out in a minute.
Yep.
That's what we're here for.
That's what we do.
Thermostat's opened up.
Good. Well, I don't think there's nothing back there to leak coolant except for
Those pipes.
these pipes right here. That's got to be some kind of runoff because there shouldn't.
Yeah, because I already checked.
How about that guy? Is that
They're
a?
good. I already checked those.
Okay.
Yeah, we got one on each side. And checked those. Like that.
Where does that tube run? That's a
One
coolant
to the
tube.
intake, and it's this
And
one.
that's that one right there? Okay.
And then this one is the one that runs into the intake on that side.
Got it. Up, fans are coming on.
There we go. She's a little high.
She's a little warm, yeah.
Kick the heat on.
Yeah, she just sucked up some coolant. Yeah, fire up that heater. We're purging now. 228. Yeah, it's coming down. 226. I like your scanner. Make me feel like a bum.
I can set all my kids in whatever I want, so I can go in here and I can actually, which one is the checklist?
Yep.
You just go through and pick out what kids you want to show up.
What a wonderful asset that you brought to the facility. That's great. So now we're up to 3 scanners and a few code readers. More coolant. We need more coolant. Well, I'm here to kind of do some work on my axle today, so let me make my rounds. I have to deliver Lauren and the kids the heater, and then I'm gonna get started on this. Okay. Darling, I brought your heater. Are you okay?
So I don't think our heat works in the office.
It doesn't. I do not believe that
The
that
children-
unit's not a heat pump.
Yeah.
That is
cool.
it's an air conditioner.
I turned
That's
the
it.
heat on and it started blowing cold air. And I'm like, oh, it'll heat up eventually. but
Oh,
it never
goodness.
did.
Alrighty, my housekeeping stuff for this morning has been completed. We've got the cars rolling out. This Jeep was a success. Chris is gonna go test drive it, and then we're gonna have it detailed because it's a little dirty and we just put an engine in it. So that's getting detailed, and like I've said a few times already today, I've got an axle to rebuild on this thing. So since this particular recording series has gone on a little while and I'd like to just make this its own video, I'm going to go ahead and make this its own video. Now, that being said, since you guys are going to want to watch this right away, since you're here. What I will do is make this video on this truck next, and then I'll make the edit on it, okay? Now, I'm not gonna post 2 videos in one day. So we're gonna post this one, and then the edit on that one will remain unlisted. But if you go into the comment section or one of these, probably this one over here, there's gonna be a little link that shows up at the end. I will send that, or I'll make that link go to the video on this truck, which is a part 2 on this truck. And I'll also put the link on this video's truck in this video's description, just past Bearded Ford Tech and Powerstroke Maintenance's channel links. So you guys have all kinds of stuff to do when we're done with this video. You can watch one of my videos, you can watch one of Harry's videos, you can watch one of Bearded Ford Tech's videos, or you can just go somewhere else, or you can put your phone down and go to work. But I gave you guys some options, and I like to do that. So that being said, I'm closing this one out, and then I'm gonna start another one right away, and we're gonna go ahead and start working on the continuing rebuild of this Ford F250 rear axle. See you guys there. Thanks for watching. See you later in a transmission.